Are we live?
Hey,
Yes.
friends!
Hello.
We always want to have a good face on, hoping that...
But when is the exact moment?
I don't know.
I don't
It's
know.
always
When do they
weird.
capture our picture? Well, welcome.
Facebook likes to get us when we look the worst.
Yes, always.
Every single time. I don't see anyone on here yet.
It takes a minute for people to find a
I
live video.
can't even
It's all right.
see. Oh, no, I can see
There's
better.
nothing to see, just our faces.
Can we, like, clip this so that we don't have this in the beginning? It's a lonely party when it's just the three of us.
One person. Woo!
Hey,
You were the lucky winner.
We'll just say fast forward the first minute.
Who's our first person there? Oh,
Hello,
we have a
hello.
thumbs up, but we don't know who you
Say
are.
hello, friends.
Sandra! Oh, we see some hearts coming in here
Oh,
now.
good. There's a
Are
few
they
people
all
now.
from Sandra?
Well, there's more people
No.
now.
Oh.
It's so weird when you start these things because it really looks like no one's here.
Yeah,
Quite
it's
a
delayed.
like an awkward moment or
Yeah,
we
two.
go.
just a little bit. It was a little awkward, but
Well, we're so glad you're here.
Yes.
welcome. Are you a candleholic?
Are you a candleholic is the
We're just
question.
Are
Jump
you a scentaholic?
Scentaholic.
Yeah.
I think right here we got some recovering scentaholics.
I'm not sure I'm recovered yet, but
Candleholics.
I'm working on it.
We're
Yes.
recovered candleholics.
Yeah. Some people are smell.
Melanie's here.
Oh my.
Wow.
Oh. Some people are smell people and some people are not. And I
Yeah.
have always been a smell person. There was a time in my life where I said we would starve before I gave up Downy because I wanted my clothes to smell good.
I might have liked Smell Good lotion even more than my candles, but it was close. I mean, if Bath and Body Works was having a sale, you know, they have those really good sales. I was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
That
favorite place.
after Christmas sale.
Yes.
But
big
the
one.
problem is
Look
they
at
had
that.
those sales like once a month or
Yeah.
something. So
Now, you would find me at TJ Maxx in the Yankee candle aisle at TJ Maxx so I could get them at a deal. And I would stand there forever smelling every single candle to find out which one I could get.
yeah.
I wasn't really a candle person.
Anybody remember when Victoria's Secret sold lotion?
Yes.
Yes.
That was good. That was some good lotion.
We might need some therapy.
Okay, maybe we are recovered yet.
But I do think that's why, like, I love my oils so much because I'm one of those that was really sensitive. I'm still really sensitive to smell. Like, if I walk in my front door, I can smell if there's something rotten in the trash.
Yes.
And David's like, I smell nothing. I'm like, there's something in there. And I go and I start looking to find
her
it.
eye out with that thing.
We'll talk about that later.
It was very close to her eyeball. I looked. I was like,
Oh, yes.
So I do love smell good stuff.
Yes. And even if there were no benefits from the oils, I would still love them just so that I could sit around and smell them.
I remember when Edie brought the oils, saying, "Well, even if these are doing nothing for us, they smell amazing, so we'll do it."
Yeah.
And honestly, now candles and lotion that has synthetic fragrance in it smells fake to me now.
Yes.
Like, now that I'm used to smelling such pure things,
Yeah.
the other stuff doesn't even smell good to me
It
anymore. It
doesn't.
just gives me a headache. And I never used to get headaches from my candles. Well,
I
I may
did.
have and not known it.
I did used to get sick if I walked through a perfume department in
Yeah.
a store. And I remember one time I was standing in one and I literally like blacked out.
Oh,
and
gosh.
like almost fainted because
Stuff is dangerous.
it is dangerous, but the smell was so strong and it affected me so much. And so then I would be like, I can't even walk in that department because I'll have an instant
I
headache.
can remember multiple instances where I got deathly ill from smell,
From smell?
from like vanilla at that wedding, like just certain things like that.
Yeah.
So
Deathly
strong.
sick?
Yes,
like,
so sick.
wow.
like
I mean,
migraine headache
yeah.
kind of thing,
Oh.
you know.
Not deathly sick, like on my deathbed, but
Yeah.
felt like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now
it
we
really
do-
does cause headaches and
Yeah.
other things.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's not just a preference that we're talking about tonight. And as we go into this, we're going to see that there are reasons why you get a headache or why you can't breathe properly or, you know, why you have to end up on your deathbed or
Deathly sick.
whatever.
I'm like, wow. What do we mean by deathbed here?
She's not dramatic.
Oh, it feels like it.
And when she was on her deathbed, her mother would say, "He'll live. It'll be fine."
Oh my goodness.
Oh, good grief.
Okay, so I'm not sure. I'm not the person who does all the research. I just sit here and say, I think that's correct. Says somebody who is.
Talk about the fragrance thing first.
All right, so fragrance, which we see fragrance in everything. It's in everything. Your shampoo, your soap, your lotion.
But seriously, I didn't realize this.
So when you're looking at ingredients on something, maybe there's only a couple ingredients, but it says fragrance. Well, fragrance is not monitored by the, who are the people?
FDA.
Is it FDA? No, it's other people. Or whatever. Maybe it's the FDA. That doesn't sound right. But anyhow, it's not monitored by
the
them.
regulators.
The regulator, whatever, yeah. So they can have between 3,000 and 5,000 chemicals hidden in the word fragrance. So you're looking at fragrance on the back of something and thinking, oh, that's probably lavender oil or something like that or whatever. And it's not.
They're not required to list
they
all
don't
the
have to reveal
bajillion
them.
chemicals that it takes to make up something that smells like
And they
lavender.
can hide ingredients that have nothing to do with the fragrance in there. They only have, so that alone is scary. Who knows what is in there? Let's see. The other thing I thought was interesting, so in order for it, you can't just put fragrance in a candle and light the candle and it's going to fill your room. They have to use very specific chemicals mixed with that fragrance in order to make it, what's the word you said?
Dissipate.
Is that the word? Dissipate into the room.
Word.
It's one word. You said I can say those
I
words.
can say dissipate, but it has to bind to something to be able to travel into the air. This is like molecular stuff,
Yes,
right?
it goes to the molecules and then it goes in the air. It's not just like, oh, here's a little lavender oil that's burning in here and it's going to make your room smell good.
I read somewhere that one candle scent, like the actual scent, can take hundreds of chemicals just to make that one scent. So you've got all those hundreds of toxins, really,
Yeah.
that are just like dissipating.
Well, and have you ever gone somewhere and when you got home you smelt like their house? Like you've gone in and it was so strong and when you came home you could still smell it on your clothes?
Or like grandma's perfume or something.
Yes, it just settles on your being and then you're...
On your being.
On your being. So if it's being held in with your clothes, imagine what your lungs look like.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
100%. If you go to somebody's house who has all those plugins and you leave and you can still smell it hours later, that's because those chemicals have adhered. There's another big word for you. Adhered to your person.
Adhered to your person.
And it is true. You want to wash your clothes when you get home. Your car smells like it. It's like when you go around a smoker and then you come in and it's in your hair and in your clothes. It's the same kind of thing.
That was what I read the other day. When you're burning a candle, that stuff that's being emitted,
The VOCs or something like that.
I think that's
it's as dangerous
dissipating.
as secondhand smoke. You guys.
Yep.
Secondhand, would you put your child there in front of secondhand smoke all day long?
I mean, candles are made of paraffin.
Oh.
And all paraffin is a byproduct of gasoline. That's what paraffin is. It's a byproduct of gasoline. So like when they separate it, that's what they've pulled out. And when you burn that, it leaves soot throughout your home. You can't necessarily see it, but it leaves it throughout your whole house. Those little teeny tiny particles that have dispersed into the air that you're breathing in.
Yeah. So burning candles, it's getting all out into the air, but then the fragrance all by itself is an issue, which is in all kinds of things.
Oh, I
What was the
guilty.
statistic on the asthma thing?
50%.
You asthma,
You're 50% more likely to develop asthma around those things.
So if you have kids that little like babies and they grow up with lots of candles, 50% more likely to have
and
asthma.
any of the breathing difficulties out there, if you're a parent and your child has breathing difficulties, that should be the first thing you do is to kind of like go through your home and say, what are they breathing in that they shouldn't? Fabric softener, laundry detergent,
Downy
plugins, those dryer sheets, anything that's emitting a fragrance is going to be hard on their lungs and give them more breathing problems.
And we rub it on our skin.
Yeah.
We have it in the air. We spray it with our cleaners. We rub it on our heads with the shampoo. It's like
all that Febreze.
I was
that
just
they
saying,
spray on your couch, and they show those video or the commercials, and they're spraying it through the house, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
I was at my son's the other day. He's got 2 big dogs, and right above where they were was a bottle of Febreze. And I thought, but your poor dog's lungs.
I know it boggles my mind why we question, like, why are asthma rates, why are things increasingly getting higher and higher, you know, any kind of respiratory issue.
RSV.
Yes.
Yeah.
And, you know, even, I know I did this. I brought my babies home from the hospital, and you want to use that, you know, nice smelling baby bath on them, and you put the lotion, and you put the powder, and meanwhile,
fake lavender stuff.
Yeah.
The fake baby powder stuff. And I mean, when I think of what I exposed my children to unknowingly, you know why? Because I thought it was safe, because I thought that our government looks out for us. 100%. We know that's not the case anymore. But, you know, back in olden days, you did have a little trust in what was, you know, put out there for you. If it was a product on the shelf, then you figured it went through some kind of testing. It was deemed safe. Yeah. And our standards in this country are way lower than in any other country.
We have approval on things that Europe won't even let in their country.
They would never in a million years allow the products to be, especially in women's cosmetics.
Yeah.
They would never. They have such strict standards on things, and we are...
Well, and the other thing here in this country, we are famous for greenwashing, which, you know, you think of like, and I show this example in a post, but Miss Myers, everyone thinks Miss Myers, is that the right name?
Yes.
Yeah, is so great. It's the healthy version. They sell it at Thrive, and they sell it at, you know, Whole Foods and all that, and it's totally greenwashed. Because it says fragrance, and in there, if you research their actual ingredients, they have like 6 ingredients that score a D on the safety scale.
And it's because there's no regulation.
There's no regulation. So they can have, you know, it's just money. They're making money. They look ethical if they have it greenwashed like that, but then they just shoot in that word.
They make it look natural with the green and with the plant.
It's all marketing.
All
marketing. Which is why we love Young Living, because it's seed to seal, and we know that they've done their research, and if they put their name on it, then you can trust that there is nothing harmful in it.
And we've been to so many farms that we see that. We've seen how they do that.
Nothing synthetic. They don't have to make it up in the lab because they've got the actual plants.
Which is why I remember one time early on, maybe a couple years into our Young Living thing, we received a shipment of peppermint. And people were going crazy. It doesn't smell like the last batch. Oh, it's not this, it's not that. It doesn't smell right. And that's because it's a plant. It's not chemically made. And this, this crop
got different rain.
Yeah,
different sunshine.
Just a little bit
atmosphere.
And so it was still peppermint, but it didn't smell exactly like the last one that they had. And people were very upset about that.
Then we got a new Peppermint Farm altogether.
In a totally different area of the country. Yeah.
Still peppermint, but it grew in a different place. Yeah. That's also the same reason, this is off subject, but that's also the same reason our stuff can go out of stock. Yep. Because depending on the weather, depending on if a crop failed.
How long have we been waiting for wintergreen? They had to throw the whole crop out. I mean, they didn't throw it away. They used it for fertilizer and that, but they had to get rid of the whole wintergreen crop.
Because it didn't meet
our
standards. Yeah. But which is that? There was another oil the same way that came back and it didn't smell the same. I can't think what it is. I'll think of it in a minute.
Dissipate.
My brain is dissipating is what's happening.
No. All right, so should we talk a little bit about why we love diffusing? Should we talk about our options, or do we have more to talk about?
No, I'm good with the candles. Let's go to the diffusing. I have no more notes.
I'm good with diffusing.
Yeah, you guys take it away.
Take it away.
I have nothing written about that.
So the awesome thing about diffusing is it doesn't just make your house smell good, but there are also health benefits. Yes. So
it's a win-win.
It's like multi-purpose. Yeah. You're not just replacing your candles, you're also purifying the air. You're boosting your immune system. There are oils to help you focus. There are oils to boost your mood. There are oils when you're sad. There are oils when you have respiratory issues. So many benefits. So you can pick and choose. And you can pick and choose based on what you like. You know, I love citrus, so I always have citrus oils in my diffuser.
So do I.
With tree oils or whatever. But you can pick and choose, and it's kind of fun to make new blends that you love and find new things that you like. But
It is fun, but it's also, if you don't like the fun, there's so many blends that you can just trust the blend that Young Living's already put together and not have to make it more complicated.
Right.
I think I take, unlike you, almost anything I put in the diffuser, I also add orange to it.
Yeah.
And I remember what I was going to say before.
Oh.
That the lavender you brought us from that other lavender
it was
farm.
from the other farm.
Yeah, and I used it last night, and it does
smells a
have
little
a
different, doesn't it?
smell than what we're used to at this lavender
So the
farm.
lavender from St. Mary's Farm in Idaho smells a little different than the lavender in Utah, the Mona Farm, which is so fascinating. But it
I mean, you
makes
still
sense.
recognize it as
And
lavender.
it has the same properties of
I
what
felt
it
like
can
it was
do.
a little sweeter.
Yeah. You want to know something shocking? I went to use lavender last night. I did not have a bottle of lavender. How does that happen?
That is a Swiss Army knife of oils.
I know. Well, I think I probably have one in my travel kit.
If you keep looking long enough,
You'll find one.
Probably. But then I thought, Candace gave me that lavender from her last trip. So I ran and grabbed that. And I thought, oh, it smells a little different. But I had it in my diffuser last night for sleep.
And it makes sense when you think about it, even though at first you're like, hey, wait, this doesn't really smell like lavender. But when you think about it, different areas of the country, different climate.
And different plants. I mean, I have 4 different varieties of lavender
There are
plants,
different
and they all
varieties.
smell different.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and also we were talking about making the oil blends. There are brilliant people out there that took the Bath and Body Works candle and recreated it, or the Anthropology candle and recreated it with oils. So
Brilliant people do these things, you know?
That's not me. I don't have that kind of nose.
We are going to share some recipes later. So if you are a recipe person, we have some for you.
It is fun. And as you get,
I think it's fun.
especially, I don't know.
Although I don't count.
Raise your hand if you have gotten an oil that you didn't love. You know what? You add orange to it, put it in your diffuser.
And some oils smell terrible in the bottle and then amazing in the diffuser.
Yes.
Or when you put it on your skin, it smells better once it goes into your skin. So
Did you hear that lady last night saying, they were saying what's in everyone's diffuser on this Zoom call that we were listening to? And she said, oh, I have Juvaflex.
Juvaflex.
And everyone's like, you have Juvaflex? She goes, oh, it's like musky smelling. And I thought, I pulled it out today, but I was doing my Anthro Blend. But I thought, I'm going to try that because I like musky things. And I'm going to see what Juvaflex actually smells like. So, and if worse comes to worse, take all the ones you don't like, dump them all together, throw in a little orange.
We did that once for a challenge. Remember, we just said
Yes.
grab a handful of oils and put them all in there and see what happens.
It's kind of fun. We should do that again.
Yeah.
See what people come up with. Yeah. So, what else was I going to say about diffusing? If you already love diffusing, tell us your favorite thing about diffusing in the comments.
I want to know, how many diffusers do you have?
Oh, yeah. How many diffusers do you have?
Many.
I've got them in every room by now.
Well, I have 6 that are out on a regular.
I have 9, but probably only 5.
I was going to say, I usually
5
daily, I fill probably 3 at any given time.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, that's what I never go by the recipe. I just shake in the bottle, and people ask me every.
I'm a 1, 2, 3, 4.
Not me, I do this.
No.
I do that. Candace and I, we just are like,
Not me.
if
1,
one's
2,
good,
3.
6 are better.
Yes. Yeah. I just can't. To me,
Kelly's
it's a
like, I'm on
bother.
a budget. I'm using 3
No, I
drops.
just want it to smell like it's supposed to. If I just randomly do it, then it's going to be different.
You mean for a
smells
recipe?
good.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm just putting orange in, I don't care.
To me, that just takes too long. Shake it in, go to the next bottle, shake it in. Or
Shake it.
you don't have to shake all the bottles. You can put one diffuser blend. They call this a diffuser bomb, where you just add all the recipe,
All the oils.
times 5 or 10 or whatever, into one bottle.
That one has 35 drops of lemon, lime, grapefruit, northern lights, black spruce, bergamot, and orange.
And then you use a dropper, and you just drop that into
And it's
your
easier
diffuser.
than every time you fill having to open 6 bottles.
Yeah.
Yes. So this is our Anthro Blend that a lot of us love, and we're going to share this recipe with you later too, I think.
We have it diffusing here.
Yes, it smells amazing. Yeah, the shake method. That's my method.
Well, I think when I first started, I was super like
More careful.
Yeah, so I thought, oh my gosh, I can't use this up. This costs so much.
But mine is not about using it up. If I'm following a recipe, I feel like it has to be.
I'm just saying, in the beginning, I was super
I feel like it has to
careful.
be done right, so it smells like it's supposed to.
It's just a great thing.
Just a great thing.
Well, since I typically don't know what the original smells like, I don't care. If it's close, it's close. I never own.
The only time I change
I've
up
never
the numbers
owned an
is if it
Anthro
includes
Blend,
spearmint.
so, a candle. I've never owned that, so.
Well, I was in anthropology within the last month. Kenzie and I think ran in there, and I smelt it. I went over to the candle. Kenzie's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Well, I just want to smell this."
I don't think I've ever smelled it either.
And I smelt it, and I thought, that is very close. Like, I could tell that this
And
was
it's
very
not going to
close.
be exact, so don't be thinking, oh, I'm going to go, we do have different, like, you can use cinnamon, you can use vanilla, and you can kind of, but honestly, it smells better because it's so pure.
Mm-hmm.
And
like,
the
it
other
doesn't have
thing,
the fake stuff.
you do have to get used to the fact that it's more subtle. It's not overpowering, and it's
You
not,
add more drops.
yeah, it's not lingering. Like, you don't walk through your house and like, oh, that diffuser stuck on me. It's not like that. You have to be willing to realize this isn't going to be, chemicals that go through your entire house.
But you might walk through your house and be like, "Man, I'm in a really good mood today," or "Man, I
woke
skipped
up
this
without a
night.
headache today.
Man, I can breathe really well."
Every time I walk in my house, like after I've been away, I walk in, I'm like, oh, it smells so good in
I
here.
know.
Even when I haven't been diffusing, like we were away and we walked in, I'm like, this house still smells really good. There's nothing yucky
Yeah.
in this house.
No yuck.
Yeah.
No more yuck.
So,
Okay, what else are we going to talk about? Diffusing, candles.
well, we were going to talk about decorating for fall and faux stuff, like we were debating if we wanted this in our thing or not. And I was all about it. And
She kind of wanted it to be in front of my face through the whole video. I don't know why.
Like, this puts you in the mood. Did anyone else decorate?
Because this up here doesn't put you in the mood.
Does anyone else
We
decorate
needed
for
more.
fall?
I think I might have more pumpkins than you.
I don't know. Do you see how many are over there?
I'm going to have to go home and count.
And then I got some over there. Then I got some up there.
When she came into my house yesterday, she was like, what did you say? Something
The
about all
pumpkin
my pumpkins.
queen.
Something about all my pumpkins
But
everywhere.
you have nice real ones. Those ones
Well,
on
my
your
porch
front
has
porch.
real ones,
Yeah,
but my
I
ones
don't-
inside are not real.
Even my porch are faux.
Faux.
Yeah.
Faux pumpkins.
Yeah. It's, yeah. I just, I like
Party
real
pooper.
No, I like real pumpkins.
How about her?
Oh, yeah, she's dull. But the children come here to get their fix.
It just doesn't really match my house. No, actually,
A
I take that back.
pumpkin?
I have.
How does a pumpkin
I have
not
fall
match
this
your-
stuff in my kitchen,
Yes, you do.
and they're going to the pumpkin patch tomorrow night, so they'll get the pumpkins.
so
then.
she's going to get
I'm not
one
now,
pumpkin.
but
Heaven
two.
forbid if your pumpkin doesn't
gonna get
match
two
your
pumpkins.
They'll
house.
get 2 pumpkins.
okay.
2, and I'm going to make sure that they pick big ones, not teeny tiny ones.
I even have my window boxes fall decorated. Wait, did you see how many pumpkins are in that clock? I know. I think I got you beat on
I'm
pumpkins.
going to go home and count.
Okay.
Oh, my.
I'll report back.
I know who's not
There's
winning
like
it.
20-some pumpkins in
Yeah,
that
that's
clock.
a lot of little ones.
I
Okay.
feel like this is.
Okay,
might
we're
have
off topic here. So
Okay, we're off topic. Real quick, I was going to talk about your sense of smell and why
you're going to mention
yeah.
that limbic system,
limbic
aren't you?
system.
limbic system
She's
is
good
the
at
only
this.
thing I know that makes me sound smart for just 30 seconds. No. Why does diffusing have all those health benefits? It's because of the connection between your sense of smell and your limbic system. So who knows what your limbic system is? I had no idea till a few years ago when I started using oils and researching it a little bit. The limbic system of your brain. I thought you were going to move it in front of my face again.
No, I think there was a dog here.
The limbic system of your brain has all those important things like the amygdala and the hypothalamus.
Oh,
and
wow. I
it's,
thought you were just going to say that's where your memories are.
well, yes.
Okay.
So, but think about it. Your olfactory bulb, nerve, system, olfactory system. Okay, it goes back up in there and it's all wrapped around all those important parts of your brain. So think about it. When you're smelling things in, like toxins, that's where it's going. It's getting into your bloodstream. and it's going to those same places where you really don't want a bunch of toxins.
Yeah.
But your sense of smell, when you smell good things, pure things like oils, it is benefiting the parts of that brain, like the functions of that part of the brain. And the limbic system controls your emotions, your like emotional regulation, kind of.
Yeah.
And your hormones and your memories. So think about if any of you have used Progessence, which is one of our hormone blends, and used Clary said, you know, all that part of your brain is connected. So when you're diffusing, you're doing your body so much good because of that connection to your limbic system.
And we've all seen that in action when you smell something that brings you back to your childhood or brings you back to a memory that's stored way back in your head, you know?
Yes, I asked you guys that in a post, and so many of you had sweet memories connected to something that you smell.
Yeah.
And that just goes to show you also how the oils work and how it works when you're diffusing.
And it's always interesting to me when you think about that. It's natural things that we're smelling that brings us to those memories, not like
Most
Bath and Body
people-
Works calendar.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
Calendar.
like calendar.
What do we talk? Candle. It's usually something like a pipe or a
pie
fire or
or-
a pie.
Most people named foods.
Yes, but
Yeah.
it's real things,
Yes.
not synthetic things that bring those memories to mind.
Right.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You know, you don't smell Bath and Body Works or a candle and think of a memory.
Yeah. So there is science to back why diffusing is so beneficial to us. And I just love it too because God created our bodies to work that way.
Yeah.
And it's so intricate and it's so like just creative to me. I'm just like, oh my gosh, how it all works together. It's so fascinating.
And it's bringing plants that we will never come in contact with in our everyday life, but we're able to bring them into our home and experience them.
Like all the tree oils.
Because so many of those they don't grow here, so
Yeah.
we wouldn't get to,
Yeah.
you know.
This is
Smell
true.
those.
It's like your trip around the world
Yeah.
in oils.
There you go.
Oh, I could like do a unit study on it.
Man, if I was back in my
Send
early
jet.
homeschool days, I'd be doing a big old unit study.
On essential oils.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, anything else
I
we
don't
want to
think
cover? We've got some
I
posts
want you
for
to go
guys.
through your house. If it says fragrance, ditch that sucker.
Cleaners,
Ditch and switch.
shampoos.
Ditch and switch.
And I will say, though, if you get overwhelmed,
Start with one thing.
try one thing at a time. Maybe like one thing a month you want to replace or something. Because it can be overwhelming at the beginning when you realize how many things.
First. Cleaners first.
Yeah.
Cleaners, candles,
Dryer
laundry
sheets.
detergent. Work on those three.
Dryer sheets out the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
All right. Well,
We're so
thanks
glad
for
you
hopping on
came.
here with us. We've got some posts for you. Oh,
But
a
there's
giveaway.
more. There's a giveaway.
We always forget.
so you can win a bottle of Christmas Spirit if you commented on the welcome post.
Christmas spirit.
And then we're going to give away a bottle to somebody who comments on the video. And then if you're brand new, is anybody on here brand new that has never purchased Young Living oils before? If you decide to get started with oils, we're going to send you a bottle of Christmas Spirit too.
So just reach out to whoever invited you and ask them to help you.
Yeah, whoever invited you can send you their referral link, and we will send you.
Christmas
Christmas
spirit.
spirit.
That's like changed my mood.
So if you're new around here and you don't know what Christmas Spirit is, it's one of my favorite oils to diffuse in like fall and winter. It's called Christmas Spirit, but you don't have to wait
It is
till
definitely
Christmas.
holiday-ish.
It's got cinnamon in it and orange and black spruce. So,
It's like smelling your Christmas tree the whole season.
yes, it's so
Yeah.
good. So we'll send you that. All right, guys.
Okay. It's been swell.
See you later.
Watch for some posts.
Let's see if I can reach.
Bye.